Hi, my name is Brenton Brown. I'm a worship leader and a songwriter, and I'd like to take just a little bit of time to talk to you about a new product I think is very exciting for worship leaders and churches across the world. Fly Worship. Check it out at www.flyworship.com. Many of us find ourselves leading worship in smaller environments, sometimes with a small band or with no band at all. What this means is that we've had to forego singing some of the up-tempo anthemic worship songs of the church because they simply don't translate to one instrument. How does Fly Worship differ from leading with backing tracks, for example? And I think that's a good question. And I think the main difference is this. When you lead worship with a backing track, once you press play, once you start the track, you're pretty much locked into the arrangement that is on the recording. And although this can be super helpful, sometimes it stops that kind of dynamic interaction that makes worship human and real and allows us to pray these songs to God. What Fly does is provide a degree of flexibility and spontaneity for you as a worship leader that I don't think you're going to find in a backing track. Let's have a look at some of those flexibility options right now. Getting started. What do you need to get started with Fly Worship? All you need is something to connect your laptop to your sound desk and the pedal board which comes with the package. How you connect the laptop to the sound desk is super simple. If you're running any music from an iPod or an iPad or a laptop or a CD player, you're probably doing it this way. You're using a mini jack headphone cable from your laptop into either an RCA connection, it looks like this, or which goes into the back of your sound desk, or as we'd recommend, you can send the signal through 2/4-inch adapters into separate channels on your desk. That allows you to pan them and to EQ them till they sound just perfect. The last way to connect from the laptop to the desk is to use a mini jack cable to XLR. And you should be able to get these anywhere. And then the fun stuff happens with the pedal board. This pedal board comes with the Fly package, and it connects to the laptop using a USB cable, and it's attached. You don't have to buy that USB cable. And there are 3 functions on the pedal board. This one on the far left does group fades. So you can fade instruments in the track. So you're essentially doing your own mixing and band arranging with this group fade. This middle one allows you to loop a section. If you want to stay in a particular chorus or pre-chorus or verse, hit this pedal and you'll stay there. And this final one allows you to import and use user loops that you've already come up with and you'd like to incorporate into the track. All right, the next thing you want to do is select the songs that you're going to play in your set. So open up the program and click on the set builder page. There'll be 20 songs in there, the songs that you chose when you ordered the program. And actually there'll be 60 songs in there because they're each in 3 keys. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to select the song I want to start and double click on it, and it'll go straight into the set. There you go. Now I'm ready to start. All right, let's talk about dynamics. Dynamics is one of the techniques that worship leaders use a lot, sometimes unconsciously, to develop and create musical moments, musicality in their set. And there are 2 ways to create dynamics or make the music louder or softer. One of them is to strike an instrument harder or softer, and simple dynamics. Another one is to pare the band down to just a few of the instruments. And one of the songs that does this fantastically, a song I really love, is Mighty to Save by Joel Houston at Hillsong United. And so let me demonstrate this. We're going to sing the chorus through with everybody in, all the instruments in, and then I'm going to tap the far left pedal on the downbeat of the bar, which is the group fade, and we'll pair it back to just drums. All right, this is Mighty to Save by Joel Houston.
He can move the
go, Joel Houston's Mighty to Save. It feels pretty normal to me. It feels natural and musical. Anyone paying close attention will notice that there's not a whole bunch of compression on each of the tracks. So the tracks sound live, a lot of energy, like you have a band right behind you. And I'm a bear with a small brain, and I find this pretty easy to use. I think you will too. All right, let's talk about looping for a little bit. Looping a particular section in a song is one of the things we take for granted when we're leading with the live band. Very often we hit a chorus or a verse and we think, man, this seems important, or this feels really good, or it seems like the congregation is connecting at this point. Let's stay here for a while. And different worship leaders have different signals to do that. Keyboardists sometimes hold up a C. I know I stamp my feet, and Ben, my drummer in the Worship Republic, looks at my foot and he can tell whether we're going to loop or not. When your band is in your laptop, you don't have to worry about any of those hand signals. You can simply use your foot. And the looping pedal is the middle one. And you hit it and it starts the loop, and it'll ask you as you're doing it, which you will see on screen as we demonstrate this, whether you want to continue looping. So you have the option of staying there. So let me demonstrate this. We're in the middle of a song by Matt Redman and Beth Redman called Blessed Be Your Name. I've hit a pre-chorus, and when we hit the chorus, just imagine that it just feels like this is really working well. Let's not jump ahead to the bridge already. Let's stay on this chorus for a little bit.
Every blessing you pour out, I will turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will sing. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. You can see it's asking me whether I want to loop. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I'm going to say yes. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name. And you can tell that you're looping by those circular arrows, the red arrows. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name.
Simple. So there you go. That's probably one of your most important tools as a worship leader, and fortunately you can access it and your band on your laptop by just pressing this middle button. I'd like to talk about slow fade and fly worship. Very often worship leaders use this also subconsciously, where gradually the instruments fade down dynamically, and either we move from an up energetic chorus or verse into a more reflective and more intimate chorus or verse, and we do that almost without thinking. As a worship leader using fly, you can do that literally with your right foot if you want. The pedal on the far left-hand side of the pedal board is a group fade, and I'd like to demonstrate this with a song I've written called Everlasting God. We'll do the chorus up to begin with, and I'll loop it, and on the second go around, which is something I occasionally like to do, we'll sing it slightly quieter, maybe a little bit more reflectively, and then back into a big chorus. So this is Everlasting God, and we're demonstrating a slow fade using fly worship. So hopefully you could hear during that the song breathed a little bit, just like any band would. If you were doubling up a chorus, you wouldn't play it exactly the same way twice, and we got to do that. If you were looking at the screen at the time, you would have noticed that the faders of the instruments slowly came down, and then when I hit that far left pedal, they slowly came up again. That's slow fade with fly worship. All right, I know plenty of worship leaders who like to start their worship set with the band playing quietly in the background, and maybe start up with a prayer before they start singing. And I guess you're wondering, can this be done on fly? And if so, how does it work? Pretty simple. Really, it's just using a combination of the group dynamics and the looping function. And keep your eye on the screen while I do this. I'm going to start the song way down and mellow, and let it loop for a couple times, and then I will bring the dynamics up, stop the loop, and start the song. This is Blessed Be Your Name by Matt Redman. 3, 4. Now hitting the loop function. It's going to loop twice more. So I'd pray, why don't you stand as we pray together? Turn our eyes towards the Lord. And you can see on the screen, it's asking me, do I want to loop again, which lets me know this is the last loop. And here we go. Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where your streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I'm found in the desert place. Though I walk through the wilderness, blessed be your name. I'm going to use dynamics. Every blessing you pour out, I will turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. So I hope you could hear that. It was natural and naturally sounding dynamics. I loved it when the drums came in. And again, I've mentioned this before, but the tracks aren't too heavily compressed. You can hear them breathe. You can hear the instruments being played as they would be played live. And the other thing to note as a worship leader is that I'm sure you saw on the screen, the lyrics are up there. So it's not like you're having to look in too many different places. I know as a worship leader, even leading with a band, there are a lot of things I have to keep my eye on, as well as trying to engage myself in worship. And here, it's all in one screen. I can see the lyrics. I can see where I am in the song, at what point in the arrangement I'm at. And so that's super helpful, using dynamics and looping simultaneously. Let's have a look at linking songs in a worship set using Fly Worship. One of the things I really like about this resource is the fact that you don't have to tap any keyboard or use the pedal board to get from one song to the other. Once you drag the songs into your builder set, you're seamlessly going to go through your set list. And what's cool is before each song, you will hear the percussion loop coming in and giving you a count-in for the song. I know when I use my band and I'm working with Worship Republic, Ben is always counting me into songs. In this instance, with Fly Worship, you've got your percussion loop. Have a listen to it. It helps locate me and let me know where I'm at. And obviously, I can see on screen which part of the song in the arrangement I'm at. So we're going to go from the ending of Blessed Be Your Name, the outro of Blessed Be Your Name, into Mighty to Save. Let's see how this works. That's the end. You can see it over here. You don't have to panic. And now you can hear the beginning of Mighty to Save coming in. Here we go. So that feels pretty normal. Obviously, that what I love about that loop is it's not intrusive. It's not like you're hearing the drummer shouting out 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can still know your place in the set, which is cool. Also, what I like about this is that each of these songs has been recorded with this particular thing in mind, so they can work in any order. Every ending of the song is designed to work in this way, so that it can seamlessly transition from one song to the start of the next song.
That's linking songs with Fly Worship.
As many of you know, when you're developing and growing a worship team, a lot of the musicians don't arrive instantly on your doorstep. Bands very often don't form in a moment. It takes time for musicians to join the team and become a part of the team. So you may have a drummer joining 1 month, and maybe 3 months down the line you get your bass player or your electric guitarist. For many years our team used to get together on Wednesday nights and just beseech the Lord for a drummer. Please give us a drummer. And the reason was because our team was mostly a few backing vocalists and a lessest drum machine and my buddy Bob on the bass. As you can imagine, it was a fairly awkward conglomeration of musicians. What Fly does allow is when your drummer does eventually arrive, you simply mute that track in your mix, and your drummer can seamlessly integrate with your band, as can any one of the instrumentalists who arrive for your team: keyboard, electric guitar, even acoustic guitar. And the sensitivity of this program to the way churches operate in real life is fantastic. And on top of all of that, being able to listen to a part discreetly and to solo it will help your musicians learn and grow in their instrument as well. Just to recap, let's take another look at what Fly Worship offers you. You get a 7-instrument band with dynamic control. You can mute, fade, and loop as you feel led to do while you're leading worship. This kind of flexibility is fantastic and I think a great resource for the church. The available library of songs is quite extensive, including the top 75 CCLI songs out there, so you're going to be able to sing the songs that the churches across the world are singing right now. And this library is expanding, and the moment they're available, you simply download them with a click of a button. For $350, you get the pedal board, the program, and 20 CCLI songs. Whenever you buy a song, you get the song in all 3 keys. So for the ladies out there, you don't have to shriek your way through the pre-recorded tracks. You can sing them in a key that's comfortable for you. Flyworship.com. Check it out.